You don't have to. You can sit down. Hi, and welcome to the Unknown Secrets of SEO podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another fun-filled edition, another fun-filled Friday.
Wow, here we are in our conference room. This is awesome. It may be a little echoey. We have had some complaints in the past about our mic, so if you're listening to this and you have some complaints, please let us know. We'll get on top of it promptly. We know that some of our podcasts have been really bad in terms of audio, so we think we've gotten most of that ironed out, with the exception of possibly this podcast, so please give us some feedback on that. You are listening to the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. That is because of you. We really appreciate you guys. You can stalk us, follow us on, send us an email at podcast@e-webstyle.com, twitter.com/ewebstyle, facebook.com/ewebstyle. The best way to get to our YouTube page is to go to e-webstyle.com/YouTube. And then we are actually broadcasting the video of this podcast live at 9:15. So we're pretty close today, and I have no clock in here, so Lord only knows how long this podcast is going to go. Live 9:15 Central Standard Time. The way to get to that feed is to go to e-webstyle.com/ustream, and that's the letter U, stream. We have got a lot of information to cover today. And, first one, here we go. We always talk about things that I'm excited about. I am absolutely thrilled, excited, ecstatic. We got a review.
That's what's up.
Yes. I'm also very sad and disappointed and a little melancholy because it was scathing review. Oh my God, this guy held nothing. Well, he did hold. He didn't. You know what? He didn't get personal.
Yeah, that's true.
And I respect that. And it is a very negative. We got 1 star, right?
That's what's up. Hey, it was bound to come at some point.
And here's what he says. There's time I can never get back. I mean, that just makes me feel bad, right? I mean, we took away some of his time.
That's what that means? There's time I can never... God, no. Man.
If you're desperate for 2 guys giggling for 30 minutes at their own ridiculous jokes, these guys are for you. I couldn't get past all the rambling to know whether they're... Wait a minute. Didn't he just say it was 30 minutes of giggling, but he couldn't get past the rant?
Well, I guess he got past it.
Well, maybe he didn't listen to it all and didn't realize that there is actually good content. If you want to get some serious business, look elsewhere. And again, it was Anakin. Oh, Anakin
Skywalker.
That kind of says it all, doesn't it? No. Look, we respect reviews. We want to, I'm saying this on air for a reason because, we're not perfect. We're looking for ways to improve. We think the giggling adds to fun. It's actually us laughing at our jokes. We've gotten a lot of good feedback on that. And at the same point, we recognize we got to make sure it kind of got us to refocus. Hey, maybe Gino and Anakin had some valid points to make there. So we're going to stay a little bit more focused. This is podcast number 80. Last podcast, the tip from last podcast. Remember, we were talking about remarketing?
Yes.
So the tip is remarketing is a powerful tool in the SEOer's war chest.
Okay. I actually did remember what we talked about last time.
Oh, that's good. That's atypical.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. We got a little bit of news that I wanted to bring up here. First, we have a listener in a foreign land, and it's called Urumqi. URUMQI.
I didn't know that foreign land existed. So
largest city in the Chinese western interior.
Wow.
2.5 million people there. They're not all listeners yet. We're working on it. That's a lot of listeners. But that's exciting. It is. Remember, normally I'm talking about places that are on the coast. So I figured I'd just kind of grab one right out of the middle of nowhere in China. I'm not saying that.
Literally. No.
2.5 people live in... I mean, it's kind of funny, right? You say that's in the middle of nowhere. There's 2.5 million people there.
Yeah, that's like a village.
Yeah, it's a tiny village.
Yeah.
There's a TV in the middle. They all share it.
That's it.
It's a really big TV for 2.5 million people. This is also interesting. Yahoo went down.
I saw it. Well, I didn't see it, but I heard. You hit me last night on Facebook. I was like, wow. And then I went right to it. And I was like, ooh, let me see.
I wanted to see it down, right? Well, it was back up.
And by that time, it was back up.
It wasn't down long. I think, and this is, how ironic is this? This is Yahoo News reporting about a Yahoo downage
Except
it's PC World.
Oh God.
Like Yahoo does. What do
they
they
do? Their
do?
own news?
What do they do?
Here's $5. Write a story about my company.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.
It's apparently the error was internal error, server connection terminated, and it went down around 2:15 p.m. on Thursday the 14th, and they said by 3 p.m. it was back up. So it is what it is. I don't know. And there's some interesting news about Yahoo that we'll be talking about a little bit later. What was the other thing they said here that I thought was reasonably interesting?
We're firing our PR person.
I thought they were firing the CEO.
Oh, they should fire their PR person.
Lacks. What was the CEO? Lacks
vision. God, that's nothing. Everything that comes out about Yahoo is negative.
That's brutally negative.
You need a PR person.
All right, so we have been saying for so long where my links at for so long that we actually gave up saying where my links at because we just realized they were never going to come back. And apparently Google now has added links back into their webmaster tools. So you can actually get some details. Did you check that out a little bit?
And this, no.
I did. I mean, you've got the article there. I went in and I checked our links, and we have 10.
Okay.
Didn't we have like 1,000 before they disappeared?
Have definitely over 1,000 backlinks to our website. So I'd say my first thing about this is that
where the rest of my links at?
Thank you. But this is at least still a start to how, because when if I'd search on do a site, use the site operator, site:yourwebdomain.com, it would tell me like 5 links, 1 link, and I'm like, come on, I know we have thousands of links. Yeah. So this is at least a start.
Yeah,
it will show that. So I think this is.
By the way, if you notice that your organic tofu milk or whatever it is down by just a little, I had to steal some.
Oh yeah, that's all
for
good.
my coffee this morning.
It's all good. it's good stuff. My silk.
Your silk.
It's not milk.
Tofu milk.
It's silk.
Is it like made from corn silk or something?
I don't know.
You don't even care. Whatever it is. Yeah. It says it's healthier. I believe it.
Yeah, I'm lactose. I found out that I'm lactose.
Oh, that's
found out the hard way.
How do you
find out the hard way?
When did you find that out?
Probably about 3 years ago. I was like, why do I get the runs every time I drink some milk?
So when you say I found out the hard way, it's like it happened. It's like I found out the hard way when you drink 10 tequila shots.
Oh, yeah,
you throw up.
Oh, I found that out too.
That usually happens once. So
I found this out for like 5 years in a row.
The hard way. Oh man. Is that a good colon cleanse? I don't know. You don't even have to go to the doctor for that. You know what? I'm feeling a little heavy. Let me just drink some milk.
It's my cream of my life.
It is tasty. It's tasty. Oh, okay. That's too much giggling. All right, back to it. So I got on and I looked at Google Webmaster Tools, and yes, they do have links. They talk about who links most to you. They talk about how your data is linked, which is pretty cool. I mean, the things we've been saying all along. Anchor text, huge. They actually put anchor text as what is anchor text for the links that are coming back to you.
I thought that was huge. Now, I think this is a great tool, especially if you have a ton of links coming into your site. You want to have the right, you always want to have the right anchor text. If you have 1 link or 0 links coming into your site, you want to have right anchor text internally and going out and coming back in. So I guess that'd be internally, externally, and internally.
Well, there's like internally, internal, and external. There's externally, internal. You don't really care where they link other than you.
So I thought that was cool. You can find out what pages they're linking to. You can find
the
out
most linked content. Yeah.
What anchor text they're using. I thought that's very cool.
Very cool stuff. I also got on there and I noticed for us they do list like search queries and search queries that are on your website. I have to say I question the veracity of the data because apparently our number 1 query is djembe.
Wow. What is djembe?
It's a drum. It's an African drum, kind of like the Arabic, scoop drum. And I happen to be interested in playing them. I don't actually own one. I don't know how to play it. I actually play a Dorbeki, which is a smaller and ceramic version. So there's a part of me that's like, oh, that's cool, because maybe I did a a blog post about it.
Mm-hmm.
And as I think about it, no.
You didn't? Oh.
And then I look at the second one. Our
Magic
second
potion?
Power. Magic power. Next one. So somehow people apparently are getting impressions greater than 10 clicks for Jimbei, Magic Power, and SEO Houston. So it's a unique combination.
Wow.
There's not even blue one-armed widgets in
widgets.
here. Because we're kicking butt on blue one-armed widgets. That's just it's not on this first page anywhere. But seriously, go out and Google blue one-armed widgets, and it's kind of cool because I can see the traffic coming in from it. So I know it's people who've listened to our podcast and gone, I'm going to go check out blue one-armed widgets.
Oh,
there they are, first position, first page, and the post is how easy it is to get onto the first page of Google. So that's cool. I had one little piece of news. This is all SEO related.
Yeah.
So for those of you keeping track, we're not just giggling. We're giggling and presenting SEO information. I'm going to get a little off topic here. It was about bill shock, and it was talking about the iPad going over to Verizon. Apparently, the iPad's going to go over to the iPhone.
Okay.
Because they're saying things like, what would happen if you put the best phone on the best network? Because right now it's on the shittiest network.
Yeah. Which is AT&T in the United States.
In the United States, yeah. Good point, because the people in Urumqi probably didn't know that. And they were talking in context of talking about moving the iPad over to Verizon. They were talking about bill shock and how somebody had written in and said their daughter went to Mexico, used the computer, and they got an $8,000 bill.
Wow.
Internet access. And people are wondering why Carlos Slim is rich, right? It's the richest man on the planet. It's when you go for a week and he gets $8,000 for doing next to nothing. It turns out the largest, but I thought this was interesting, the largest complaint that the FCC has ever received regarding these, and I think FC Communication Commission, $68,500.
What?
Yeah.
For internet usage?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to, a lot of the plans you're not supposed to, a lot of phone plans you're not supposed to connect. Like I've heard of huge bills for tethering that surprise people.
Yeah, I'm gonna tether and then download a DVD.
A whole DVD, in the middle of nowhere, maybe like in the middle of Urumqi, and then they're like, hey, that costs a little extra.
Yeah. So if you're in the middle of nowhere, you're screwed.
Yeah,
Just
make sure you
internet.
check your plan. Like I know with our Sprint, if we turn the phone on and and the network registers that our phone is my wife's from Panama, so we go to Panama regularly. If the system recognizes that our phone's in Panama and then we turn our phone off, all incoming calls, even though the phone's off, are routed to Panama and we get charged, even if we don't answer the phone.
Oh.
Right.
No.
So you need to know your plans before you go to foreign lands, because you could end up in the slammer.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I guess that really applies mostly here, because I'd say in Europe they probably, because states are huge here.
Yeah.
So Texas is like Europe.
Yeah.
Basically.
All of Europe.
so
except there are more cows.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people carry guns.
I wonder if it's like that in Europe, because people frequently travel from country to country within the same day.
You have to imagine there's some sort of European plan.
Yeah. So by the time I go to Austin, I've been to 5 countries in Europe.
Yeah.
By the time. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you've ever spent any. This is off topic again. I'm sorry, Gino and Anakin. I don't know if you've ever been to in New Jersey. It's like every 3 miles or something, there's a little town. And it turns out the reason is it was a day's horse ride was the different distance between towns.
Oh, so
pretty
every
cool
day,
stuff.
New town. That's cool. I didn't know.
So
that.
So you're like constantly going town, fast, slow. So it's I love that kind of history stuff. By the way, with regard to the Google links, I love this. There's this one comment by a dude with unique first and middle name, last name Park. Wonderful. At last, you guys at Google have come out with a thorough link analysis tool. Thanks. Apparently, Mr. Park does not know much about links, because the tool we just described is far from thorough. We're not saying anything bad about Google, because we
Other
don't.
than sometimes you really suck.
Wow.
Just sometimes.
If Google were here, we'd treat him like a customer, and we'd punch him in the face.
Probably a redhead stepchild too.
The red-headed customer.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got some information.
Yes, I'm climbing back up on my soapbox from last week. I talked about something a little bit that I just can't let go. It's about another very unthorough tool from Google, and I'm a little bit upset about it, but it's one that I just cannot stop using. It's the Google Keyword Selector tool. I read an article. I had a hunch about something a long time ago, just really forgot about it. I read an article last week. It says, RIP Google Keyword Tool, long live SEO. It was posted by Marty Weintraub on October the 7th. And what this is about is the decline of search results from the Google Keyword Selector tool. Why this is important to me, we do a lot of keyword research here. So should you. Actually everyone listening should be doing a lot of keyword research. And basically what it boils
Because remember the key component, the first three most important components of SEO are keywords, and keywords.
Yeah, so it's extremely important. So basically, make a long story short, I started noticing right around the time that the Google Keyword Selector tool started to change, and there was two tools out there at once. I started noticing that the search results were changing a little bit. I used to get, pages and pages. I'd get like 2,000 different searches, and I started noticing that number was trimming down. And Google has purposely reduced the amount of search results in their search queries for the Google Keyword Selector tool. And here's a term I'll just read right from here. It says Google clarified that the ubiquitous AdWords keyword tool now only provides keywords Google deems commercial. This represents a shift of seismic proportions to those who utilize the tool for demographic reasons in and outside of AdWords. Google owns the largest first-hand sampling of query data in many parts of the world and decided that the marketer should no longer have access to the very long or even mid-tail search inventory unless the keyword has demonstrated commercial characteristics historically. What does that mean? If it's not something they can sell to you on AdWords, they don't care. That's basically what it means. So, and what the guy did in an example, he searched Facebook. So you go to Keyword Selector tool, he put in Facebook. I think he did.
I have one question about this. I don't know if you know the answer or if it's in the thing. Do you get different results if you're signed into an AdWords account, or is it the same results?
That's a wonderful question that I don't know.
We can double check that. We'll double check that and get that back. Answer. Because you would think that they still want you bidding on all these terms. I mean, the last thing Google wants is, well, the example you're about to give, I'm going to accelerate your story here, is Facebook only provided like 20 results.
12.
Like 12 relative keywords.
I did it yesterday and found 6 or 4. Chuck and I did it.
Wow. So, but the last thing Google wants is for you to type Facebook with an extra word that isn't one of those 6 or 12 and not provide a pay-per-click ad. Right, so they're probably still providing pay-per-click ads, and it may be related to broad match or whatever. But so you should be able to bid on those. And if you want to do very fixed content, I'm sure
you can still definitely bid on them. They just don't give as much data.
Wow.
About it. And I was like, wow, this sucks. I noticed it. I was like, something is changing.
So now we got where my links at. And where my keywords at.
Thank you. Where my search results at.
Man, we could do like a swagger rap song.
Google's stealing my swagger song. But I thought this was very important because I use this tool often, every day. I use this tool 7 days a week, multiple times a day.
Yeah.
It's very important for my keyword research. We use a lot of long tail and short tail keywords, and now that it's reducing the search results for the long tail, I'm trying to look elsewhere, and I got a couple ideas of where you can look. And if you use another keyword selector tool other than Google, I would love to know about it. You can hit us at info@ewebstyle.com, I'm not very
podcast at e-webstyle.com.
Yeah, I'm not very confident in that. So here are a couple other keyword tools that you could use. The first one I had never heard of ever before. I heard of the other two. Trillions keyword discovery tool. I'll give you a link for it as soon as I find the right page.
Oh, I thought Trillion used to, or maybe there's a version of it called Trillion that used to be like a chat agglomerator, so you could install Trillion.
That kind of Trillion? Trellian?
Maybe it was TRI. But anyway, okay. That's
well,
cool.
It says, all right, the Trillion keyword discovery tool is a classic alternative tool with various databases. Many people swear by it. There's another one, Microsoft Ad Labs. People are like, what? Microsoft does something? Yes, other than crappy software and Bing. Sorry, it was an easy shot. It was an easy shot.
Yeah, you took it. Yeah.
Microsoft has a real opportunity here, it says. Since Yahoo rolled its search into Bing, the sampling is much larger. Oh, we didn't there's a good tool that I don't want to steal Chuck's thunder, because Chuck told me something the other day I didn't know about Microsoft and Yahoo. So Microsoft Ad Labs, you can do your keyword research too. I've never used it. I don't know if it uses just Microsoft or Bing data or Bing Yahoo and Google. WordStream may have just become more important methodology and tool set for mining keywords is an interesting approach to many, blah, 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 blah. Basically, WordStream is a keyword management tool for both PPC and SEO. I'm going to look at it right after this podcast. Then there's Trillion, and then there's Word Tracker. Everybody here has heard of Word Tracker.
Yeah.
I got on it yesterday as a matter of fact, and they do offer a free 7-day trial, which I'm going to take advantage of.
All 7 days.
All 7 days. And then if I can convince them to give me a free...
on a Monday?
Yeah,
I don't know what the rule is.
If I can convince them to give me a free trial run. So, hey, listen, I record the most awesome podcast. I'll give you some link love, which I probably don't care about. Let me get a full year.
I know we mentioned last time. I'm excited the fact that we're getting 3,000 downloads a week.
Wow.
Of our podcast.
That's what's up.
That's 3,000 downloads a week. That's just...
So Word Tracker, come on, hook me up. Like that's killer numbers.
Hopefully they have their Google
alerts on.
Good. That was fast.
I love that. I love Google alerts. I think it's so cool.
Hopefully they have their Google alerts on, and when we post the transcript of this podcast, they're like, ooh, hey, those guys, they have the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. We got to be working with them.
Yes. So hook us up with a free 1-year subscription to the Word Tracker keyword discovery tool. And if you use another tool, please share it with me. I would love to know. To me, this is big because I just spend so much time on the tool. I need as much keyword data research as I can possibly get. So now I'm forced to go somewhere else. So, and there's something else that I wanted to. I guess can we bring our main man in, because he had said something the other day that I don't want to steal his thunder
about the tool. Yeah,
let's keep Bing in Yahoo.
So we're here we are again. We keep talking, we keep struggling, and we got the resource here. Mm-hmm. He's right here in the other office. I think he's on the phone right now. So we'll spend some time introducing him.
Well, I'll steal his thunder a little bit and sorry, Chuck. Now, Chuck told me something. All right, everybody knows that Bing and Yahoo are already on their way to merge, right? There's some parts have, some parts have not. Now, if you are let's say you're running a PPC campaign and you're using Bing and Yahoo, how is this going to affect you? And he's off the phone, so we'll bring him in. Chuck, come on in and let's I was stealing your thunder, man. You cut that phone call off real, because I was like, yes, this is mine. All this new information.
It's a phone call. How y'all doing?
Good. Yeah.
So
talk about Bing Yahoo PPC, because I was about to give it. I was like,
Bing Yahoo PPC, just put it on the spot. Well, if you were using Yahoo, and you're not aware of the merge, then
right. You haven't been listening to our podcast. What's up?
Yeah, but basically, if you were using Yahoo PPC, search engine marketing, as it puts on their site, you need to go to Microsoft Ad Center and create your account there. By the end of this month, those accounts will merge, and so everything you have in Yahoo will now be in Microsoft Ad Center, which means it'll work on Bing. If you don't create your account in Microsoft Ad Center, then your Yahoo ads will disappear. I don't know.
They won't
disappear. Yeah, you seen the progressive?
Yeah, there goes the joke. It's gone.
That's one of those. And so, if it's working for you, you might want to handle that.
Yeah, and by the way, if you're doing pay-per-click, you should be doing Yahoo ads, and now you should be doing Bing Who ads. And the reason is it's usually cheaper than Google. The quality of traffic's the same. I think we've mentioned that before, but it's worth mentioning again, because the more clicks you can get for the buck, that's huge. That's why we're here giving you that kind of advice. You also had some information about Yahoo in general.
Oh, yeah. In Blake Stare News, right?
I like that. We need
Is that actually a website? Or is it just,
we need a graphic
in
for
blank
that.
stare little. You know, AOL is preliminary talks about buying Yahoo.
What?
Blank stare. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
like, what?
Okay, I mean, which was kind of strange to me because, you know, for the longest I can remember, Google powered AOL search. And so for them to even consider buying Yahoo just seems like some master Google plan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, go ahead and buy Yahoo.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we'll keep doing it anyway. Or
So, you
well,
know,
no, because
I mean-
that's bizarre. Well, you have to think, if it's true that the Yahoo CEO has no vision, Yahoo's a huge property. It's a huge name. It's even bigger than the pet sock. Remember the pet sock from the internet bubble
I
age?
do remember that.
Wow.
Yes. The $1 million Super Bowl commercial.
They spent so much
I
money on
remember that.
commercials that the only thing valuable in the company was the damn sock when
Yes,
the company
I remember
closed. So I mean, it's kind of like Yahoo has that name. Somebody with some vision should be able to do something with them, right? I mean,
Well,
should be.
I think they should invest in fantasy football. Because that's the only thing I use Yahoo for.
There you go.
And truthfully, it's better than some of the others.
I think, is Word Tracker a Yahoo property?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Because I logged into something the other day. I think it was a keyword research tool, and it says you have to use your Delicious. Is Delicious a Yahoo property?
I don't think so.
Okay. Forget anything I just said.
Well, you know, now there's so many of the websites have the ability to use your Facebook login to sign in,
Oh,
or
okay.
your, so maybe that's what it is.
Because Delicious asked me for my Yahoo login. I was like, well, maybe this is a Yahoo property. And
They're just
It could
taking
be,
advantage
but
of
I
the
don't
login,
know.
probably.
Okay.
Oh, but you said something earlier in regards to keywords. TRELLIAN, trillion, is for keyword discovery.
okay.
TRI
Okay.
is the message.
Is
the
the
message
chat
tool. Yeah,
agglomerator or whatever.
Oh,
Okay.
that's what's up.
Have you ever used it? I think
I use Trillion. It's pretty cool. It kind of integrates all of them. So if you use Yahoo Messenger, which Yahoo's good for that as well, they've been doing video chat like for the longest for free. Now you want to charge, but anyway.
But that's the great vision of the CEO.
Yeah, but Yahoo Messenger, G Talk, Windows Live, you can integrate all those into Trillion.
Yep.
You know, and only have one window open instead of 3 or 4.
That's pretty convenient. I think I installed it once, and then I just don't chat that much, so like, okay, it's probably still on my computer actually. But cool. Well, I think that is the. Are we at the end of the podcast? Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah,
Since
why
I
not?
don't have a real clock, whatever.
Whatever works.
We know because that's a Microsoft clock. Clearly, that doesn't work properly. All right, you guys have been listening to the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. This is podcast number 80. We literally only have one scathing review. Only one.
Hey, that's a good thing.
And it's a good thing
It had to
because
come at some point.
we take all constructive criticism. Hopefully this was a little less giggly. That was just right in Anakin's face, wasn't it?
Blank stare.
You didn't do me like that. You give me the blank stare news icon. By the way, Darren, you need to make us a blank stare news icon, like so we have an icon to.
And
Maybe
Darren,
link
I
it
see
to
you
our
over there
podcast.
talking trash. It's fantasy soccer trash, like low key trash. I'll be like, okay, Darren.
He is kicking your butt.
Oh, he is whooping my
Yeah,
behind.
he should.
He is whooping my behind.
But
I
he's
think
beating
it's
you
like-
so bad he can only low trash.
Yeah.
There's some point when
It's like 53-19.
Oh wow!
Come on,
like you can't even come back with a good game.
All right. Great news. All right, so this has been podcast 80, Unknown Secrets of SEO podcast. Again, you guys hit us up with an email, podcast@e-webstyle.com. We do have a free SEO analysis, and we've been getting more of those, so we're real excited about that. We're helping people out, and then ultimately helping people out in a bigger way. So that's really cool. And make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and you can call us 713-592-6724. This has been podcast 80. My name is Chris Burris.
I'm Paul Hansen.
I'm Charles Lewis.
Bye bye for now.